Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear and see me clear?
Yeah, loud and clear. And you?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you as well. So yes, hi Joy. How's your Friday?
Hi. Oh, it's so nice because I just wake up. Can you imagine?
Oh, it's around 3 p.m. already.
Yeah, because today I just got my periods, so I feel a little bit lazy. And after
Ah.
class, I will play the pickleball with my friends, so I feel I need some energy, so I keep sleeping.
Ah, I see. So it seems like you woke up early, but probably decided to go back to sleep because you just have your period today. And yeah, it's totally understandable. You are going to really feel lazy when it's your first day of your period. And
Yeah.
in some case, you wanted to maybe gain more energy because you're going to go out later with your friends.
Yeah, actually,
Mm.
I already have a lot of energy, but
Oh.
I still need sleep more. Some human.
Yeah, like because I believe it will be a very rigorous kind of activity. So in some way, you really have to reserve more energy for that play later.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. But in some cases, since you mentioned you just woke up, have you eaten your meal already or what?
Yeah, I wake up already in before 3 hours. 2 hours, 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
Ah,
have eaten.
I see. So you woke up like 2 hours ago. So in some cases, you were
One
able to,
1 p.m. Yeah.
1 p.m. So you're able to grab a meal after.
Yes.
Uh-huh, I see. And talking about that one, since today is Friday, what are your plans for your Saturday then?
Saturday.
Your weekend, probably.
Wow. I didn't think about it.
No plan at the moment?
Always too much friends. Because I'm kind of flexible. Sometimes I won't
Uh-huh.
book the schedule until that day, then I will decide I want to go out or not.
Ah, I see. So it seems like you're a kind of person who don't want to really set schedule way ahead of that day. You prefer having some spontaneous activities.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
Spontaneous. Yeah,
I
sometimes
see.
it is because when it's talk about working, I feel I'm much more fixed schedule when it
Mm.
comes to the working. So I
Mhm.
always put a lot of schedule. So because of that, so if I do have my weekend, so I will prefer to didn't plan any schedule.
Mm, I see. So since you're very strict, let's just say you tend to really follow your schedule whenever it's for work or what. So you make sure that if it's not for work, you want it to be flexible at some point. You don't want to restrict yourself with a certain schedule alone.
Yeah, thank you for your explanation.
I see.
Because sometimes it's happen. It's like I just wake up, so I feel my brain is still sleeping, so my
Mhm.
English speaking will decrease. Thank you for your understanding.
Hey, it's okay. So it seems like in that case there, it seems like no plans yet at the
Yeah.
moment.
Mm.
I see. So yeah, thank you for sharing those things with me, Joy. So for today, let's move on directly with the session because I believe we are going to have here the from questions 1 to 8 for our TOEIC writing. So in that case, allow me to share my screen first for us to begin with the session. And okay, can you see my screen already?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's begin with the questions number one. So given here the photo and the words mechanic and teach. So in your case, a senior mechanic is teaching an intern some mechanical skill by point out the component. So first things first we have here is actually the spelling. So instead of inter, so it
No.
should be
Sure.
Yeah, intern. And then also, given with the phrase teaching an intern some mechanical skill, yes, this one is actually understandable. However, it's on the phrasing we are probably using, and including with the last part here, by point out. So this one, it's considered grammatically incorrect because the correct prepositional phrase here would be by pointing out. So after the preposition by, it should be we are going to use the gerund form of the word. And
ing.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ing form of the word. And then in some cases here, if we say the components, this one it's grammatically correct. But depending on the context, it might be more specific to say specific components itself. So maybe given with this whole sentence we have right here, this could be the revised version. Let's say a senior mechanic um, is
It's
is teaching,
teaching
yeah, an intern mechanical skill by
by
pointing
pointing
out
out
the or by pointing out
uh
some or maybe let's just say by pointing out specific components. Specific components. Okay, but in some case, you can still retain the original one you have here, which is the components that is still considered grammatically correct. But yeah, in this case here, for your question number one, these are just the things we have to consider, the spelling and then the
pointing
sentence
out.
structure. Yes.
Okay.
So questions for this one?
No.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on with the question number two right here. So given with this photo, and then we have here the words fix and bicycle. So when it comes to your sentence, a man is fixing a bicycle while rotating the gear to check if they're good condition. So in some case here, rotating the gear. Bicycles typically have multiple gears. They are often referred to as the gears, or you can have the word drivetrain. So let's just say gears or drivetrain. So we call this specific term when it comes to the multiple gears for our bicycle. And gear here can sometimes be used to refer to a specific gear. And in this context, it is more likely referring to the system of a gear. So it would be more precise to say rotating the gears, or you can have the word rotating the crank.
Oh, right.
Rotating the gears or rotating the crank. But in some cases here, the word crank is too specific and there are tendencies it will not be that easy for us to memorize or what. So you can just have gears in plural form in this case. And then
Because
also,
gear, because gear is the vocabulary they want us to make the sentence, right? It's bicycle and gear or
oh,
fix and
by
bicycle.
yeah,
Oh,
fixed and bicycle. So that would be for in this case. And then also next one is to check if they are good condition. So they are good condition here. It's considered grammatically incorrect. It's because the word condition is a noun. And when used with good,
uh,
it
in
usually
a,
requires yes.
thank you for your waiting.
Okay, so yeah, going back in this case, so if ever you're going to use the noun condition with good, there should be, or it usually requires an article. So it should be in good condition. So in some case here, given with your
There are good
answer,
condition is like you are mentioned about some group of the person, group of the people they are in a good condition. It's not about to talking about the bicycle.
oh, in some case, if you say in good condition, you are referring to the condition of the bicycle itself, not referring to the person.
Sorry, teacher, can you repeat again what is the problem about this one?
Oh, in
The
this case,
incorrect.
okay, so in this case here, given with the phrase they are good condition, it would be
In condition.
yeah, that's right. The only thing we have here is just to add an article because if ever you're going to combine the noun condition with good, there should be an article in that case. So that's why it would be in good
In,
condition.
in good condition.
Yeah,
Okay.
so in this case here, our sentence would be a man is fixing a bicycle while rotating the gears
Years.
to check if they are in good
Good
condition.
condition.
Yes. So this would be for this case right there. So for that one, any questions first for the second sentence?
No. Mm.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on then with the third sentence right here. So, given with four women are sitting around a table at a bright cafe shop. So, in this case here, this sentence it's grammatically correct and already well formed, and it effectively describes the image. So, we have the subject verb agreement, four women, and then it agrees with our sitting. That's correct. And then the usage of your preposition around and at. So yes, you were able to correctly use this one as well with the adjective. So in some cases, no changes or what in this part since it is considered a good one already. And then the next sentence, a woman in a professional suit is giving a presentation while analyzing a chart. So, in some case, same with the previous sentence, the third, this is also considered grammatically correct and effectively describes the image. So, no changes or what in this case, since it's a well structured, constructed sentence. And then the last one we have here is a lady is walking barefoot although it is snowing outside. This one is also grammatically correct and it effectively describes the image, highlighting a contrast, especially with the usage of the word although, conjunction although. So you were able to introduce a subordinate clause that contrasts with the main idea. So overall, these are just my suggestions when it comes to your questions 1 to 5. So for that one, yeah, questions for that one first.
No any question so far.
Okay, thank you. Since we don't have questions, let's move on with our email response we have right here. So when it comes to this email part, we actually have two different situations for your email response. So first one is we have to suggest one time that you would like to participate and ask two questions about the move. So regarding your answer, okay, let's focus first with the tone and formality that is considered important for TOEIC. In some case, you have, I am definitely willing to help with the move. So this one is actually correct. And this case, you were able to use the right tone given with this part, neutral, polite, and professional. And then for the conciseness, I am definitely willing to help with the move. I am available to participate on Monday morning. So in this case here, this is actually grammatically correct, but maybe just to make our sentence more concise or to improve cohesion and
Concise.
fluency,
What is
y-
concise?
concise is actually making sure that our let's just say sentence is not just precise but it's also
Size.
brief but comprehensive.
See,
Yeah, let me type the word. Let me
yeah,
see.
thank you. I
Yeah.
just about to say thank
So concise, it means it's brief but comprehensive. Because when it comes to TOEIC writing, yes, it would be good to elaborate things. It would be good to have some complex structure of the sentences, but overly long sentence, repeating the same words in constructing, it would be a bit wordy already. So when it comes to academic writing,
you.
conciseness is usually preferred in some case for this part. So in order for us to achieve the cohesion and fluency, or to improve the cohesion and fluency for this case, it would be better to combine this one into a one sentence. So how are we going to do that? Let's omit the period and I am, and let's just use, or okay,
Or
let's and I'm available to participate on Monday morning. So in this case here, just to avoid repetition of I am. So in some
uh,
case, you already make your sentence less wordy but concise. So that would be for this case. And then also for the question structure you have, first may I know which section we will be moving to? Okay, so in some cases, actually, may I know it's grammatically acceptable. However, it's considered less natural in formal business emails. So maybe to improve this one, we can make it
will
more
appreciate.
polite.
Like
Yeah,
I
I will appreciate.
will appreciate if you let me know which section we will be moving to.
I see. In that case here. It seems if you say, I will appreciate, you are directly telling them to do that one, but you are asking permission first. So maybe you can say, could you? Could you let me know?
To
Yeah, let me
let me know.
know. Okay. Could you let me know which section we will be moving to. So this would be for this case in a more polite way. And then another thing we have here, okay. Second, what time will we start packing on Monday so that I can prepare in advance? Okay. In this case, this one it's good. I would like to ask two questions. Okay, this one, and then thank you for reaching out regarding. Okay, let's say thank you very much for your time. Okay, so this one it would be fine. So in this case, regarding with your um email response for the first situation provided, actually, you were able to respond or fully address our task here, which is to provide suggestion one time and then to ask two questions about the move. And you also have a clear and easy to understand response. Same with somehow at some point, even if with the suggestions I have here, you still shows a good grammar control, and in some cases here, we just have to focus on using the right or the appropriate tone
This
whenever you
yeah,
are.
this
Yeah,
business
you're
sentence. Okay.
yes, the tone is what we have to focus in your case. But overall, that would be for your first email. So questions for this one first?
No, I feel I have the idea. Like next time, if I would when I writing for the email response, I will careful about i- if the two sentence already mentioned about I am, then I will put the conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes, that's
To make
right.
sure it's
So
not repeating again.
yes, that's right. Or not just repeating I
Instead,
am.
yeah.
But making sure that our sentence is concise. It's brief but comprehensive. So this is what we have to consider for our writing. Okay.
And the question
Mhm,
is, uh, like teacher you mentioned about instead of say may I and
mhm,
may I da 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 our
mhm.
question, we should say could you let me know? Could you tell me? Could
Could
you
you let me know?
could you let me know?
Yeah.
So I'm curious about why may I is not appropriate in a business email. It's
Okay.
because may I is like face to face, then I will say, oh, may I borrow your pen? Like this.
Oh, I see. In this case here, why not may I? It's because may I is considered a natural for formal business emails. Usually, may I is used when you're having like a casual talk, casual conversation with the person you are close with or something like that. But when it comes to business things, so it's not usually that yes,
Who?
it's acceptable, but for writing, it's not that appropriate for the tone we are trying to maintain.
Okay, thank you.
Mm, you're welcome. So that would be for the first email. And let's move on with the second one. So, given with this, we have to, so it's about a passageway travel customer. So, you have to ask two questions and make one request regarding the travel
Yes.
package. So, in this case here, okay, dear Mr. Contas. Okay, let's say, okay, so regarding with this second email, in some case, actually, it's already strong and mostly appropriate for TOEIC writing since
Oh,
you,
yeah.
yes, you
I
successfully
take your
actually.
advice. I don't say happy, say pleased.
Ah, I see. So in some
Right.
case, you successfully completed the task since you provided two questions and you made one request. So given with that one, maybe one thing we have to consider is just the spelling. Latest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for your latest information. And then another thing we have here. Okay. I am pleased. This one is already good. Still the same with may I know whether the price includes tax? So you can say, could you let me
Could
know?
you let me know?
Yeah, could you let me know whether the price includes tax and then, okay, with a question mark. And then another thing here is anytime limitations. Okay. Anytime limitations here is actually correct. Or if you wanted to have some alternatives, you can have the word restrictions.
Mm,
Okay, let me just insert here. Alternatives is restrictions.
time restriction.
Restrictions.
Yeah, much more precisely.
So you can have this one for alternative. And then next one is I would appreciate it if you could provide me. Okay, this one, sentence, same sentence, no other changes. This is actually excellent for TOEIC level writing. And when it comes to your tone, actually, compared with the previous emails that we have last time, this one already uses polite expressions. You
Yeah.
already have a clearer structure and in some cases, yes, you avoided using constructions. That is really good for toy. And for this one, yes, you have two questions, time limitation or restriction, and then the tax inclusion, and then your request, more detailed information, and your purpose, responding to travel package offer. So in that case here, just one thing we have to consider is just the spelling. And yeah, overall, that would be for your second let's just say phrase or second email we have right here. So questions for this one
Can I see, may you scrolling down to make me
down.
scrolling down? Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Thank you. No, no, any question.
Okay, thank you. Since we don't have questions, let's move on then with your essay. So in the essay here, actually, the essay I was able to check it as well. So okay, so in this case,
I update much more faster so that you
ah,
can check, that
I see. So I
because
guess
last time I up I put it in the last minute.
oh yeah, you somehow did some changes, but in this case, this is really your first and final essay. No changes that you did here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the essay. So first things first is our grammar. So let's have the first paragraph. So my current target, okay, we have is being a trainee first officer in the future. So in some cases here, if ever we have the complement after be, linking verb plus infinitive, so the verb be should be followed by a to infinitive when you are
It's to
expressing,
be.
yeah, is to become. So that would be for that part there is to become a trainee first officer. So subject plus be plus to plus the base verb. So when you're expressing goals or intentions,
Mm.
use
Okay.
this structure. So that would
So,
be for, yeah,
mm,
for that
yeah.
part. And then same sentence in near future. So near future is actually specific is a specific identifiable time period. So it
Yeah.
usually requires article the. So in the near future. So that would
In
be yeah,
future.
in the new near future. And then I work in an aviation industry as a flight attendant. So aviation industry here is a specific, well-known field. So we have to use the article the. I have worked
Okay.
in the
It's
aviation industry. Yeah.
specific.
Yes. And then in some cases here, what you did is using the simple past, which is I work. If ever you're going to use simple past, it means it's finished action and less connected. But
I
if
have worked.
yeah, very good. So it would be better to use the present perfect, which is experience
Yeah.
relevant now. So I have worked in the aviation industry as a flight attendant. And then according to my previous experience, actually this is like the common misconception we have between the word according to or when you are using the word according to. So if ever you have the phrase according to, you can actually use this one for external sources, like according to the book, according to the internet, according to someone.
Mm.
But since you are talking about your experience, it should be
Based on
based,
my
yes, very good. So it should be based on this and that. So this one is for
mm,
personal,
personal
yes,
opinion,
experience
experience.
or reasoning. So that would
So
be for
based
the
on
yes. So
my
in the
previous
some
experience.
yes, that's right. So in some case here, based on my previous experience. So that would be
No,
for
English.
yeah, that would be for this case. So, given with this two, all the things that we have to consider according to outside, external, and then based on own experience, internal, something like that. So that would be
Okay.
for the difference. And then another thing aside from this is experiences, I believe, high sense of discipline and strong mindset are the most important characteristics to be a pilot. So, in some case here, actually,
You feel
we
like same mindset is weird.
a strong mindset.
Yeah. Is that a natural collection?
Oh, actually, this one is an accepted collocation. It's just that we can have something that is more specific, that especially in professional context like aviation. So you can have, instead of strong, you can have a resilient.
Oh, I
Resilient.
also mentioned about the resilient in my following paragraph.
I see. So
But I
yeah.
didn't think about resilient can also as a adjective.
I see. In this case here, this is considered a
Resilient
accepted
mindset.
collocation. Yeah, that would be for
Resilient
that
mindset.
one. Resilient mindset.
Resilient mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be for that case. And then after the word believe, we actually need a that. It's because
I
that
believe
here,
that because
yeah,
there is another sentence. So
yes, that's
I
right.
believe that ace plus V and
Yes,
sentence.
that's right. So in some case here, that should be used to introduce a content clause after reporting verbs. So reporting verbs like believe, think, or argue. So I believe that high sense.
License.
Given with the word high sense of discipline, actually, there's no such word as high sense, but it's a strong sense.
No, actually, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about should I choose like high sense of the responsibility or the discipline.
Mhm.
But I think about this discipline is also including the responsibility, but responsibility is not including the discipline. So I choose the discipline.
Mm.
And I think about I can say the high sense of the responsibility, but I'm not sure about I can say high sense of the discipline because it sounds weird, but I still don't know what should I say. So I still keep on that.
I see. So in this case, you can have strong sense of discipline, but you can also say high sense of responsibility. Both are accepted. It's either of the two, but yeah, it would be better to use the strong sense of discipline. So that would be for this case. And then we have here are the most important characteristics to be a pilot. Okay. So given with your first paragraph, you do have let's just or we have to focus on the collocation and then with the content or the sentence structure. So overall, those are just the things we have for the first one. So questions with that one first?
No, no,
Uh,
so far I feel I learned
uh,
a like resilient mindset
yes,
from
resilient
the
mindset.
somehow it's like I want to I know it's not enough. It's I just
Mhm.
mentioned about I believe that discipline and mindset is important because the it will make your sentence too bland and too weak. So I'm
Mm.
thinking about I should put some adjective to highlight and boost up my sentence. But somehow I feel maybe it's because I seldom write. So I was thinking about also what kind of the adjective should I put because I'm afraid somehow if I say that then it will become not matching or become not natural.
Oh, I see. So yeah, in that case here, just stick always to the natural collocation so that we can probably use them to any kind of essay you will have. But yeah, overall, those are the things we have for the first paragraph. And then moving on with the second one. To begin with, discipline is fundamental innovation as it ensures consistency, accuracy, and safety in every flight operation. This one is actually a good sentence. And since the pilot is responsible, in this case here, you're actually talking about pilots in general. So that means we have to use the plural form. So it should be since
Oh,
pilots are.
R.
Yeah, pilots are responsible. So generic reference use the pluralization. So when referring to a general class, use plural noun without particle. Because if you say the pilot is, so you are referring to a specific pilot. But
I'm
since you're
talking about me, only me.
yeah, only
They
you.
don't need the responsible, only me.
Yeah, that's right. So it would be better to use the generic reference, the plural form. So that would be for that part. And the next one is aircraft. There are many internal regulations. In this case here, actually, we have to avoid existential like there is or there are because that is considered a weak structure. Yes, it's grammatically correct, but less formal and less direct since TOEIC always prefers agent focused sentences. So in some case, you should say they must comply with okay, internal regulations. They must comply with numerous internal regulations. So
What
using
is
they must,
numerar? Numerals is like many.
yeah, many or several.
Numerals.
Yeah, numerous
They must
internal
comply with
regulations.
numerals.
Yes,
Numeral.
that's
Sorry for repeating, but I have to try to remember.
yeah, it's okay. So yeah, that is numerous for other term for many in this case. But you can still stick to many. It's still grammatically correct. There's nothing wrong with that. I just give some alternative. So yeah, that would be for this case. So using they must comply with already possesses clear subject plus the action. Because if you say there are, there is, it's considered an empty subject already. So that's why it will make the sentence less direct or weak at some point. So that would be for this part. And then internal regulations, all pilots have to undergo. So in some case here, have to, you are obliging them. It's like an informal obligation. So we are talking about institution, something like
Yeah.
that, it would be better to say are, okay, are required.
Are required to
Yes.
undergo annual
Yeah.
medical.
Yes, that's right. So are required to undergo an annual medical checks with an aviation doctor. So in some case here, given the word medical checks,
Inspection.
actually, inspection not usually because inspection could refer to machine, tools, or what. But talking about the person who needs to undergo this kind of things, it's usually the word examinations.
Oh.
Yeah, medical examinations with an aviation doctor. So if you say with an aviation doctor, so it's the preposition correction here, it would be better to use conducted by aviation doctor. Aviation doctor.
Doctor.
And yeah, doctor. So using with the word by here, agent with by. So when the focus is on the action, we should use be plus the past participle plus by plus the agent. So that would be for this case right there. And then next one is to maintain a good physical condition. Individuals must take care of their daily diet. So in some case here, we have to be consistent with the pronouns you are using to maintain cohesion. So
Yeah.
some case here, pilots, they are not like individuals. So probably you can
Because they are a
say,
group.
yeah, they are a group. So instead of using individuals, it would refer to anyone. So you should use they must. They must take
Take
care.
care.
Yes,
Oh,
take care of their daily diet. Instead of
yeah.
take care, usually if you say take care, like they have to have a full
I can
control,
say they must have the healthy conscious.
healthy conscious. If you say healthy conscious, like a mindset only, like they have should have a healthy mindset.
Action.
But yeah, it's the action we are trying to refer here. Maybe you can say they must carefully,
Hmm.
carefully
What they consume.
manage. Yeah,
Carefully
carefully manage their
and their
daily diet
daily diet.
and nutrition. So you can
Man.
have it, yeah, in this way. And then also, even in their private schedule, schedule here is actually countable. So we need to use the plural form. So we say, and also private
Private
schedule, it's
schedule is weird, I feel, but
yes.
I don't have any idea, but I want to say after they are doing a holiday or they don't even
Mhm.
have the flight duty or flight schedule, they still have to take care about their private schedule. They still have to
Oh,
think about they cannot dive in, they cannot like consuming the alcohol before the flight. Even you
mhm.
are not in the working, you still have to think about your condition.
I see. In this case, yes, I would agree with that private schedule. It's a bit unnatural. So it would be used to use personal
Or
schedules.
personal schedule, yeah.
Yeah, personal schedules and use the plural form in this case. So that would be for this part right here. And then they must avoid consuming alcohol and engaging in decompression diving. In this case here, the usage of, since you are mentioning activities, it would be better to exemplify them using the word such as. So you can say engaging,
Such
yeah, engaging in activities such as decompression diving before a flight. So that would be for this case, and then not to mention that they have to pass. In this case here, if you
yeah,
say
next
not,
time you say not to mention should be like moreover
yes,
or
that's
like
right.
furthermore.
Yeah,
Furthermore.
furthermore, moreover, or in addition, since it would be considered a bit informal for this one.
Yeah.
So for this one, moreover, Moreover or furthermore. It depends on you. They have to pass. They have to pass, okay, restrict
Simulator check.
stimulator checks regularly. In some case here, instead of regularly, you can have on a regular basis. Regular basis. Regularly is correct, but on a regular basis, expand or TOEIC favors expanded formal phrases in some case. So that's why you can have on a regular basis. And the next one is this kind of long-term management cannot be achieved without a high level of discipline characteristics. Discipline actually already expresses the concept. So adding the word characteristic here makes it already a bit awkward. So probably let's just omit that
High
one.
level of discipline.
Yeah, high level of discipline,
And
right?
the sentence I say, moreover, they have to pass strict simulator check on a regular basis. This
Mhm.
one is talking about they have to do the uh there is a simulator and
Mhm.
all of the things will pretend you are flying the aircraft and you
Yes.
have to go inside and they will give
Mhm.
you some process like the
Mhm.
diversion or like the bus truck and then you have to follow the procedure to pass the exam. So I'm not sure in here to use check is correct or not, or I should say simulator exam or simulator annual check or simulator
Is here to pass trick simulator. Okay. Moreover, they have to
recurring
pass.
recurring simulator recurring
If you
simulator.
say simulator recurring, it's not, yeah, it's a bit weird to use in this part. So when it comes to simulator checks, are you referring to a certain device or what? Because using the simulator checks here is still grammatically correct. But if you are talking about probably a specific device, so yeah, maybe we can specify that one. Or what do you really call that kind of process then?
Mm.
Mm.
Check. Yeah, and this is simulator check. Simulator check, sim check, simulator
Oh.
proficiency check.
I
Yeah.
see. I guess that is really considered a
Or
technical term.
simulator assessment.
Assess.
Simulator assessment, simulator
Mhm.
check. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
so it's okay.
Yeah, so in some case, if it's considered technical term, so let's just stick to that one since it's still considered grammatically correct to insert in this part. So that would be for our second paragraph. And then moving on with the third one, let's say, secondly, a strong mindset allows pilots to have more resilience. In some case here, allows pilots to have more resilience. It's considered worthy and less natural. So we have still to be concise and idiomatic. So in some case here, instead of allow plus the object plus to plus have plus noun, it would
Lead.
be good to use the word enables.
Uh,
Enables
enable.
pilots. Yeah, enables
Enable.
pilots.
Pilot.
Instead of to have more resilience, you can say to remain resilient.
Oh.
Yes, so to remain
Because if
resilient.
you have the mindset, you already have the resilient
Yes, that's
including
right.
it. So if I say the mindset will have more, it's weird because
Yes.
from the logic way, it's unable to remain because it's already there.
Yes, that's right. So it would be better to make use of this structure right there. And then also when they face irregular situations. So when they face here, given with this, so subject plus auxiliary verb for brevity when the subject is the same. So since you've already mentioned about that one, you can just say when facing.
When
Yeah,
facing
yeah, when facing irregular
situation.
situations. So it's just avoiding to repeat the same, let's just say, subject we have in this case for brevity. And the next one, this is a vital characteristic. In this case here, it's considered a choppy sentence. We
What
have
is
to,
trap? Trap is fat. You are
up choppy.
trappy.
Yeah, choppy. Let me type the word right there.
Chopping. Trapping.
Yeah. In this case, let me just put it down here below. Choppy is actually spelled as this way. Choppy sentence. Yeah. So when you say choppy sentence, it's a series of short, simple, or fragmented
Oh,
fragmented sentence right there. So it
okay.
seems like it
Oh, so it's
lacks,
choppy.
yeah, a
Okay.
smooth transition, making your writing sound robotic or disjointed. So given with this part here, it would be better to connect it with the previous idea. So
Hmm.
maybe you can use a relative
So,
clause.
hmm.
So you can have
So this is
um yeah.
important
So
characteristic.
instead of so, maybe you can say which is.
Which is
Yeah, which is a vital characteristic. So you can have it in this way. Just trying to combine it with the previous. And then next one is during unexpected situations such as rapidly weather changing. This one is actually the adjective order. So instead of weather changing, it's changing weather.
oh
Yeah, so it's the order of the words right there. So adverb plus
oh yeah,
present
yeah, yeah.
participle plus the noun right here. So
Yeah,
that would
the
be
basic
for,
one. Mm.
yeah, so this case. And then pilots must make the right decisions even under
The
pressure.
pressure.
Okay, in this case here, yeah, this is a correct. And then at this time, a sharp mindset. At this time here, it means literal time reference. But since you're talking about situational reference, it would be better to use in such circumstances.
In such circumstances, because it's
Yeah.
that circumstances,
Yes,
a
that
regular
situation.
situation.
Yes, because if you say at this time, referring to at this moment. So that would be
Mm.
for that case. And then a sharp mindset plays a crucial role in handling different situations. Okay, different situations. This one is okay. Maybe some cases we already mentioned about the word situation. You can have the word challenges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
So
for
much
avoiding.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah, to avoid repetition in this case.
yeah.
And then, for example, this one we have to not make it into capital,
Oh yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah.
small letter. And then in the US, okay, in the US here, it would be better to really spell out the name to avoid
They
like
say
abbreviation. You can have in the United States.
okay.
In the United States. And then still with the comma, I encountered poor weather conditions. Therefore, I prepared two different flight plans, each with an alternative route. In some case here, there should be a clear indication about the content within each plan. So you can say each including including an
And
alternative route just in case of unexpected situation. So
situation.
this case here, it would be like a bit redundant wording. So maybe you can say, just in case of unexpected situation, or you can say in case of, unexpected changes. So
Okay.
this could be for this one. And then while many students had to cancel their flights, I was able to complete my training as planned because I had prepared an alternative route. So, okay, we have to avoid repetition of alternative route. Maybe you can say because I had prepared
Because
in
I had well
advance.
prepared.
Yeah, well prepared, or you can just have in advance. Okay. So that could be for this sentence. And then it is important to maintain the right mindset and not let poor conditions affect. Okay, this one. Let condition affect poor conditions. This one is okay, but if you just wanted to have some alternative, you can use the word adverse. Adverse. Okay. Adverse. Adverse
Adverse means
conditions.
poor.
So that would be for this case right there. So in some case, any questions first for this paragraph right here?
I'm curious about is my example can fit the mindset part.
Yes, actually, your example here is okay. No problem with the example you've provided.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be for that. And let's move on directly with the last one. So, in conclusion, discipline and strong mindset are essential for pilots. Essential here functions as an adjective and it typically modifies a clear head
Examples.
noun. So, yeah, you can say essential qualities. Qualities,
Qualities.
yes, for pilots. And then together they enable pilots to maintain long-term performance, ensure safety, and handle challenges effectively throughout their careers. Okay, so in some case here, long-term performance. Okay, this one is already correct. So that would be for our the last paragraph. So regarding with your overall essay, actually you clearly chose a target job that is trainee first officer, a pilot. That's good. You identified two key characteristics, discipline and then strong mindset, and you supported both with explanations and then examples. And your conclusion, it also addresses the prompt directly and appropriately. And your ideas here are relevant and focused. Maybe what some things we have to consider here
Grammar.
is yeah, the
Correct.
grammar. And then aside from the grammar, it's actually the development of your idea. So for example, let me search that. We have medical checks. Okay, that idea there, medical. Okay, this one, medical checks. And then we also have diet.
Yes.
And then we also have avoid consuming alcohol. So in some case here, you just actually listed this idea, but you were not totally able to explain them. So in some case right here, probably we can focus on, okay, let me just insert a comment to that one first. Okay, so in this case, given with
Mm,
they feel like a list,
mm,
not development. Not
see.
developed argument.
Mm,
Argument in this case. So given with this one, it would be better to add explanation
explain.
layer. Yeah,
Explain.
explanation
Explain.
layer. Yeah,
Mm.
explanation layer in this case. Probably this could be an example of an explanation you can add. These requirements demand consistent self-control, which demonstrates why discipline is essential in aviation. So not mainly listing, but giving a short
After
explanation to that.
listing, and you have to
Yeah.
go back to the topic.
Yes, that's right. So overall, these are just actually the things I have noticed here with your answer because you fully answered the question. You do have a clear structure and logical flow. You also have a strong and relevant example. And then you do have a good idea selection. It's just on the grammar inconsistencies, the depth of your explanation, especially the body one, and then with the phrasing. So overall, those are just the things we have for this essay. So, questions for this one, Joy?
No, I want to kill myself.
Why?
Oh, English. Why? Why is not everyone learn the Mandarin? I'm
I see.
joking. Thank you your time, and I still need the next time's homework.
Okay, yeah, I will same as usual. I'll just paste it in these document right here we're using. So, would you like to have from numbers 1 to 8 as well, or what? Just email and essay.
Email and essay.
Okay, so I'll just paste it later after the class. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay, I see. You're welcome. I
you.
guess
Enjoy
that
your
would be
day.
all. Have a good day. Bye bye. Bye bye.